case of Spiel.Digital 2020. So today we'll be having my colleagues Rudy and Sepp that will be playing Paris, that are going to showcase the game a little bit and also be tasting some beers that we'll discuss a bit later on. So welcome, there is a chat room, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We'll be answering, there you go, the questions as we go along. But let's delve in a little bit into the game itself. So the game is set up for 2 players right now. So Paris situates us back in the year 1900, and we play the role of real estate investors just before the turn of the century. So Paris just had, the Universal Exposition, and the gamers are going to play over a number of rounds. And as you see, so we're playing around the Arc de Triomphe, and we have 6 districts of Paris, going from Belleville to Châtillon and others. And so the aim of the game is to try to collect as many points as you possibly can during 2 main things. One is going to be to invest in the different districts by placing buildings down. So in the beginning of a turn, you'll see we have 3 stacks of buildings right here, and players will have to place them on a specific location on the game board. So there you go, Sebastian is thinking like which district he's going to pick, and then he flips the tile, he looks at the value and places it where it should go. Now that building is not yet his, it's for everybody to actually own. And the other thing that you can do in the game is going to be placing a key either on one of the banks that you see right here, which in this case is going to give him 6 francs, money that he will need later on to actually become the owner of such a building. Or you can also start and place your key on the Arc de Triomphe right here in the middle, which will not give you much money, sadly none actually to be precise, but it will allow you to then displace the key in any of the 6 districts on the game board. So when you want to purchase one of these buildings, you become an owner, be it temporary or for the rest of the game. You will have to pay a number of francs to the bank, and if there is a resource available, like is the case right here, and there you go, you collect it and you place it behind your player's screen. Now, these resources will be used later on in the game to potentially purchase some of the more expensive buildings, because a level 8 building will cost you certain resources. And then later on, and I'm going to rotate the camera a little bit, we have all these monuments here in the game, different monuments from Paris. So let me flip one. This is the City Hall, for instance. And so whenever you build those, as you see, you will have to pay a number of gold and marble to be able to place this in one of the districts of your choice. You'll be placing it like this at the end of a district, which will also allow you to basically purchase or temporarily own this particular monument. In the end, what you try and do is, as I said, try and collect points through different ways. One of the main ways, but that will be at the end of the game, is adding the total value of all the buildings that you own in one specific district. You will see that throughout the game, certain tiles, which are called victory point tiles. Actually, Sebastian, if you could pass me one of the VP tiles, thank you very much. So whenever there's a 4th occupied building in or is placed in one of the districts, whoever does that gets to place one of these tiles, whichever one is still available of your choice, in one of the districts. And this will, as you see, it shows 12, 6, and 3 victory points. It will show you basically what the first player, so the player who has the majority, the highest total value of buildings in a district, will get 12 victory points at the end of the game. The second one will get 6. And then if you play with 3 or more players, the third player will get 3 victory points. Fourth will, in this case, get nothing. So you play as you go along. But another thing which is really cool about the game is whenever you purchase a building of level 1, 2, or 3, there's actually a little icon, let me zoom in, which shows right this, which shows a bonus tile, which is all the tiles that you see going around and around Paris. So at the very beginning of the game, the players have these pawns right here, and they will move them a number of spaces alongside this track, which goes from tile 1 all the way to tile number 30. And this is the cool aspect of the game. You can actually decide how many steps you're going to move forward on this track. The further you go, the more interesting actually the tiles become. However, you can only move forward on this track. So that means that if, for instance, you already went to tile number 10 all the way there, well, sure, you'll get a great tile, but that means that you will never be able to get any of the tiles that were placed that have a lower number before it. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 exceptions, but generally that is the rule. So you kind of have to balance, like Seb is doing right now. He's really pondering which bonus tile he's going to claim. and see, you know, how far he's going to go along the track. Once at the end of the game you do reach space number 30, that's it, you won't be able to advance on this track anymore. Now, those bonus tiles give you all sorts of advantages. They give you immediate advantages, like this one would give you 6 coins. Other will basically give you points throughout the game, and you use them whenever you would like to. A lot of these tiles will indeed give you specific bonus points if you, for instance, have a building or you occupy a building of value 4, and for every building of value 4 that you own, so you might want to wait a little bit and use it at the exact right time in the game. So another thing that will happen eventually is when these buildings run out, so when all the buildings in the game have been placed, players will have a third option, and I'm going to move a little bit around the table. And then a new option will be available, which is to place the end game tile. So you'll be able, in your turn, to draw one of these tiles. You can actually choose them, and they all give you an interesting bonus that you can, same thing as bonus tiles, get right away or use a bit later on in the game. And then when this stack of little French flag completely runs out, the players finish the current turn, get one more turn, and then it really is the end of the game. And you'll be seeing who gets crowned the winner of Paris. There you go. So, flipping back side to me. So we are having a little raffle. Every day we're giving actually a daily giveaway, and you can win a copy of this game by simply participating to a social media contest. All you have to do is take a picture of you and your friends playing one of our games, one of the Game Brewer games. It can either be a physical game, but you can also play on Tabletopia, counts as well. And then you have to share that picture on social media, be it Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And then you will have to tag us, depending on which platform you're using, and then use 2 hashtags, which is very important. One is Game Brewer Spiel, so the hashtag Game Brewer Spiel, Spiel being spelled S-P-I-E-L, don't forget it. And the other one is hashtag Game Brewer for the win, all in one word, Game Brewer for the win. So yeah, go for it, try and win a copy of this game, and we will be announcing the winners tomorrow, so to see who won this copy of Paris. But now I'm going to switch back actually to my colleagues again, because as you see, they are enjoying, oops, there you go, sorry, little button. Oof. There you go. So we are switching back to my colleagues right here. So we want to see, because we have 2 beers that are being presented today. Let's show everyone the games that are being, we have La Trappe, and then we have another one which doesn't have a label actually. So which one is this actually, Sebastian?
Called Westvleteren.
Oh, there you go. So very famous beer. So La Trappe, can you tell me a little bit more about this beer, Rudy?
Yeah, so we nominated 2 beers for the day, Westvleteren and La Trappe.
Yep.
Because those are 2 blonde beers, which is a typical Belgian style
Cool.
of beer. But these are also Trappist beers.
Yes.
These are brewed by
Monks.
By monks.
Yeah.
In only 6 breweries in Belgium and 2 in the Netherlands. And this is actually the only Dutch beer that we're going to drink this week.
Otherwise, we'll stick to the Belgian ones, yes.
We're a Belgian company, so we're all trying Belgian beers this year. But this is really, this week I mean, but this is really a very good Dutch Trappist beer.
Okay, awesome.
And later today we will post on Facebook which of those 2 beers is the best according to us.
Oh,
We are
okay.
doing a tasting.
Exactly, according to our 2 experts here.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
And we will do that every day.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Yeah, we'll have more showcases, as you know, throughout the rest of the week. We'll have one each day, always around 3 o'clock. So do check the schedule. Don't forget to always check the Spiel.Digital website, because we have a lot of open tables as well throughout the week. And we will also every evening host interviews with the different designers and illustrators that have worked with us over the past few years. All right, very cool.
Maybe we can add that if people to want to know the hashtags that they need for the giveaway, they
Yes.
can also look at our Facebook page.
Exactly, yeah.
There are the hashtags.
Yeah, if you go
And
to
there's
Facebook.
one extra hashtag, did you mention?
Yes, I did mention it.
Okay.
So there is a special hashtag, but that is only mentioned during the live showcase. All right, excellent. Well, you guys, I'm going to let you guys see who's going to win this time, because there's always the eternal battle between these 2.
The results later this evening. On
Yeah,
Facebook.
we will also share the results of the game as well. Excellent. All right, great. Well, thank you, guys. So back to me again. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll be having these daily little events every day, like I mentioned, around 3 o'clock. So that was it from me, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Bye.